It's running a mad. Welcome, guys. Just having a couple of technical difficulties with the internet. Looks like Neil Ashton is running madness, but welcome to the United Real Therapy. Get in there. Man United 2-0. We're having it, even though it was slightly a bit of a weird game. Irfan.
Weird game?
Listen, I've got to be optimistic. Tell me your analysis of this game. Come on, guys.
You know, look,
in the comment.
I don't want to come across as miserable, but look, we won, so I'm happy, okay? Like all United fans are happy, right? Let's be honest, we're happy, right? But there's a big but. There's a big but, all right? And the but is, our play is terrible, man. Our play was terrible. And we're lucky that we played a team that was seriously lacking in any confidence, right? And I don't know what to say when I watch games like that because I don't want to come across as being negative, yeah? I mean, but it's crazy. Where's the fluidity in our team? Where is it? Where is it? Show me, even in three players passing together, where I see United do the business. Show me it. I'd love to see it. You know.
Let's look at the positives. Let's look at the positives. We kept
the clean sheet. Okay, positive was
clean sheet. Come on now. Stop being negative. This is a therapy session here. Man United.
Okay. Here's therapy then.
In a quarter-final of the Europa League, away to Granada.
Yeah.
I don't care if they've been in Division 2 all their lives. They're in there now. I don't care if they're worth 8 million. I don't care if
give a positive. I give a positive to Nurdin, right? Ollie deserves some credit for playing Rashford and Rashford scoring a lovely goal from the Lindelof pass. Yeah, there's positivity. Yeah, because that was the one bit of of great play that I saw. But at the end of the day, I mean. If we were a good team, we'd beaten them. We'd beaten them 4-5-0. We would have murdered them today. Come on.
Oh, folks, just put it. Oh, listen, folks, just put that. Just wanted the game to end. But job done. That's why we got to take it. That's why we got to take it. And that second goal. Talk to me about that penalty. Talk to me about that penalty. Oh my God.
I don't know what to say because I thought the ref was crazy. I mean, how many cards did we get, and how many cards did they not get? How many cards did we get? We got 3 or 4 did we get?
What did I call him? What did I call the referee? I called him Giddy Muppet. That's what I called him. Giddy. Crazy referee. Oh, like card happy. Yeah. Card giddy. That's what I said. Card giddy.
They were tackling us, and the guy that was making the tackle was getting awarded the free kick. The guy that's actually tackling the other person. I didn't get it.
Of course.
He was a crazy referee. He shouldn't be allowed to referee European games. This guy, no way should he be. It's crazy that was. I mean, like I said, let's be thankful that they won. I mean, I even switched over to Arsenal because I was so bored at some points, to see what they were playing. That's how boring the game was.
Listen, I can never do that, me. Man United, mate. Man United are on. I ain't switching to no channel, mate.
Oh man,
It just shows you. What happened to Arsenal? They equalised. Well done for turning it on, 80.
Yeah, no.
Well done for turning
they equalised. Well, listen,
as soon as Irfan switched over, Arsenal concede. Brilliant. That's why we're having it. That's why we love it.
It did. I mean, like I said, go back to the game. Rashford again, he's the warrior. He plays his heart for Man United. He gives everything. So that's why.
With injuries, sorry, Irfan, with injuries. Oli Bumbaye, can you hear us?
Yeah, evening, boys.
Yeah, come on. Right. Let's get your opinion. Let's get your opinion of this match tonight. I'm being upbeat and positive. I think we kept a clean sheet. I think to get 2 goals away in the European quarter-final cup, I don't care who you're playing. I don't care if Granada's whole team's worth 8 million. I don't care if they spend most of their club history in the Division 2 in Spanish football. All I care about is that 2-0 clean sheet. Get on that plane back, lads. Let's go.
Yeah, that's pretty much my take on it there, bro. That's it, yeah. We did the job. Boys went out there, clean sheet, 2-0. Happy days.
The G here. Don't blame the ref, guys. Explain to me this team's style of play. Well, we do have a style of play. We do have a style of play. We like to get the ball through the. We like to get the ball quickly as we can to the forwards. That's our main through. We like to play that ball into Bruno, and then he punches it into Rashford or Greenwood. Tonight, none of it was coming off. We couldn't even find Bruno. People were marking Bruno tight. One thing I've got to give it them. I don't think they offered that much up front. I mean, De Gea had to deal with a couple of long efforts. That's what he dealt with. He dealt that for them. That Kennedy, that Chelsea loanee. Other than when they hit the post, and that was he shinned it, to be honest with you. Yeah. And Dave had it covered. I thought Dave did well tonight. Dave looked assured tonight. So I'm glad that to get the game. But in terms of it, the players are not executing the style of play because they are exhausted. Because this manager has overplayed majority of that team. He's overplayed majority of the time. For me, one thing about the style of play that we cannot see the style of play or the patterns of play is the fact that we are too slow in moving the ball. And what that does, it gets the team to set 2 backs of 4 and then even the forwards coming back. That's what happens. We are so predictable in our pedungerous side-to-side passing. Even with Pogba's playing, even when he was playing tonight, I thought he was poor tonight, Pogba. I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest here.
He didn't do much at all. No, he didn't get in the game.
I thought he was lethargic. I thought he was poor. I thought it was another time he could have been sent off. And I'm glad that Ollie took him off. Or the time that when he did. But we do have a style of play, G. I just think the players are too shattered. I think because they've been overplayed. And I also think that our passing, the thing about the style of play is that your passing has to be quicker for people to notice. And we don't punch balls. We take a touch, then we're ponderous again, then we take another touch. And by that time, teams are set. And it's really difficult in football at the highest level. That's why you can organize a team with 2 backs of 4. It's really difficult to break down unless you've got individual players that can beat people. And we don't. And at the moment, Rashford can't do that. I thought Dan James did all right tonight.
Only in the last 20 minutes.
But Rashford is a warrior. Oli Bumbaye, come on. What did you think of the first half?
I thought what they, as you said, they didn't offer too much going forward, but I thought that they squeezed us between the lines quite well. And like you say, our strength is, against big teams, you tend to see United do all right. But we've struggled against small teams because we get to that periphery. And then, it's hard to break them teams down. That's been our problem, just breaking down that wall that people put up against us. But that's why when we go a goal up, usually you see another goal and, it's a bit better. I thought tonight, I'm starting to enjoy Maguire more and more, to be honest with you. I'm starting to like what I'm seeing with the way the defense is mopping things up and that. It's looking a bit better. I know it's only Granada. It's nothing to shout home about, but it's just stuff that I'm seeing. I thought Scott McTominay played some really good forward passes first half, quickly into feet through the lines, which I liked. And it's not a vintage game. I understand what G's saying. I mean, I wasn't watching that game thinking anything like, bloody hell, this is a hard watch. But I guess in this cup competition, I really want to win the Europa League, not because it's a phenomenal trophy. I think it'll be good for everybody. It'll be good for the players, get that thing out of, that Ollie, can he get past the semi-final? This thing that's hanging over us, hopefully get rid of that. So one game at a time. The result is the most important thing now. And, I said he might start with the big guns, just try and end it there, get the away goal in the podcast yesterday. And more or less it's what he did. So I'm happy, bro, to be honest with you.
You're muted, Nuruddin. You're muted.
Big up Abdi. My surname out here. My surname's sake out here. We have 3 shots on target, same as Granada. That is abysmal, to be fair.
It is.
If you want to dissect this game, that is quite abysmal, to be fair.
Look. We're all diehard United fans, right? We're happy that we won, right? But look, do you really see us winning the Europa League with a performance like that? Do you see us winning it?
No.
Now, okay. Let me not be too harsh. Say that was home. Do you see us beating them at home easily? What do you see? I mean, we're better away than we are at home. So I'm trying to work out, how do I look at this victory? How do I put a positive spin on it?
Yeah, and tonight, and we're missing McTominay, we're missing Luke Shaw
and Maguire.
Yeah,
they all got yellow cards. We're going to miss it. I'm quite happy about that because I don't want us to be too Maguire reliant. I want to get Twanzebe a chance, so it's going to have to be him. It won't be Bay because Bay's got COVID. He won't be playing. Yeah.
Yo, big up and welcome to my brother Bobby making his debut on United Real Therapy. Come on, Bobby, give us your analysis of that game, brother. Give us your analysis.
Evening, Bobby.
I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to lie to you. I've done a watch along. God's honest truth. First and foremost, a European fixture, away European fixture is always tough because you don't want to concede. You know, you want to do a professional job, as they'd say. Professional job, get it done. 2-0, as the gentleman said there. Yeah. Okay, job done. Okay, business is taken care of. The manner of it is more than worrying. The manner of it
without a doubt.
It's getting to the point now where we're scratching heads, we're scratching elbows. Our best player at the club didn't look at the races. Pogba didn't look at the races today. No. Bruno. Did you notice that when Pogba got the ball, they pressed on him? They got two players to press on him. Bruno out of sorts. I think some teams are allowing Bruno just to wander.
I think, but I think he's also really shattered. I think he's fatigued.
Yeah. Nuruddin, 100%. I agree with you on that. Yeah, but I think now when you watch Bruno play, if he's not got the ball, he's not a problem. So do you know what I'm trying to say to you? So if when we do the whole Pogba, McTominay, Harry, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka goes to halfway line, cups back, Pogba, Bruno's not a problem. So you don't need to worry about it. And I genuinely think that they thought Pogba was going to be creative, press his touch. And we saw that very early on. He was struggling. They pressed his touch. It was 2 at a time sometimes. Look, we got the goal. Okay. We all missed it. BT need to, do some...
the Spanish cameraman.
Yeah, there you go. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And for me, Lindelof's done this before where Rashford scored. So, look, it was a good goal. However, elite teams go and build on that. Right now, in this day of football, elite teams go and build on that 1-0. They go take 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Get back into halftime, get your cups of tea, oranges, Jaffa cakes, whatever. And they're like, hey, let's go again. Let's put it out of sight. We don't do that. We're not an elite team right now. And for me, that's the worrying part because some of the Granada players were getting a bit of joy running through the midfield. The midfield looked like a pack of polos. You know what I mean?
I thought that Herrera, I don't know if he's Venezuelan, but I thought he was their best player.
He was
everywhere. He was everywhere.
Getting about the place. And did you notice, guys, their tactical fouling? Each player was taking a turn, putting their foot out. That's European football at its best. And that, if they had more quality, I think, we probably would have been troubled. That being said, scored 2 goals. The penalty, it's just typical Man United, isn't it? Woeful football.
Lucky is not the word. I said it. I put a tweet out there. Lucky is not the word. We were lucky to get the pen. He does, to be fair, he does throw his arm out when he's not looking at the man. So, Bruno was clever because he felt the touch and he went down. And we were so lucky. That was so nervous and fatigue. I think fatigue, nerves, lack of energy. I think in that, and lack of confidence from Bruno. But the keeper sneaked that in. I know Oli Boumbaye. I know that you might not be with us that long, but did you catch anything of the second half at all, or did you just watch the first half?
No, I watched the second half. Sorry, I beg your pardon, Nuruddin. Were you speaking to myself?
Yeah. Oli Boumbaye, just 1 second.
No worries.
No, I only caught the first half, bro. I completely missed the second, unfortunately. I couldn't watch it.
Okay. Well, the second was... Well, I thought the second was more interesting because they actually pushed on us a little bit. And there was a lot of spaces on the counter. But I thought tonight Greenwood was out of sorts. He had a couple of opportunities. He had to get his head up. He started looking down on the ball, trying to do his skills and try to
wasted good opportunities. He wasted them.
Yeah. Guys, there's about 40 of you in here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's build this therapy army together. I cannot do this without you guys. We cannot do this without you. Please, let's get this going. I thought on that first goal, Irfan, I'll come to you. I actually thought it was shocking defending from them. But obviously, we'll take it. But the guy, the centre-half, is actually pointing. He's telling everybody to come back. And then he's telling another player to pick up Bruno. And then by that time, when he's doing everybody else's job, telling him what to do, Marcus Rashford, then brilliant run from left to centre, timed it perfect. And we've seen that. We've seen that connection between Bruno. We've seen that from Lindelof to Rashford, because we saw that against Sheffield United. I don't know, Rashford scored a similar goal to that against Sheffield United away. But Herrera looks like, Herrera, I've been informed here. I do remember. Herrera looks like he's on loan, the Venezuelan player. He's on loan from Man City. They've got a player in the hand. I don't know how consistent he is for Granada, but they've a player in the hand, because tonight I thought he was everywhere. I thought by far the best player on that pitch tonight. Because of his energies.
Listen, you know what? And like you said, would we be surprised if he comes back to City?
Yeah.
Would we be surprised if he comes back to City?
Yeah, I mean, he might want to put himself on a shop window because he's playing Man United and you get off for the. So I don't know. I don't know if you've got any Granada fans in the watching us now. But anybody in the group, let us know. Has he been consistent? Do any of you watch Granada? Are you a regular La Liga watchers? If I'm coming to you, what's the dilemma now with Rashford? Because you can clearly see he's playing with injuries.
I mean, he should only. I mean, to be honest with you, he should have got one half maximum. Shouldn't have got any more than that. But the problem is, Ollie is so reliant on him. So after Maguire and him, I see, and Bruno, they're the three players that he will squeeze the life out of. Yeah, because he knows when they're not there, we got nothing. We don't have anything. And I don't know about that.
I don't know about Maguire. I think if Bailly was fit, Bailly.
But I'm Bailly's fan. Yeah, I'd rather have Bailly in the team. But I'm talking about from Ollie's perspective. We can't do anything about that. We have to try and understand what the manager is going to do. And what I'm saying to you is, look, Rashford, like I said, he brings the penetration. He's a moments guy. He's not consistent. But none of our team is, because look at the fluidity of our team. Where is the fluidity in our team? Look at our first touch. Look at the close control of our team. It's terrible. It was terrible throughout the game. And I don't know how we win, because they had great positions to score against us. A better team would have hurt us because of the positions they got into. They lacked confidence. They lacked any penetration. It was what I call the luckiest draw. But having looked at the game today, I cannot see us winning the Europa League playing like that. No way we're going to win it.
Do you know what? I hear what you're saying, right? But stranger things have happened, and we need to remember. We need to cast our minds back to when we won it under Mourinho.
Yeah,
we didn't really play too well, to be honest. Remember Celta Vigo? It was literally
we were this much have been out. This much. My two fingers, literally that much of a space. That City player could have controlled that ball, and then it would have been boom, we're out.
Yeah, this close. And also, we need to also remember, right? The old saying goes, even if you're not playing bad and you're winning, it's still good, And these guys will know themselves they've not played well. The whole fan base knows they're not, but they've beat a poor side 2-0, which, to be fair, it's a professional job done. Okay.
Greenwood. I'm happy. Anytime Man United win a game, I'm happy regardless.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm just elaborating what my friend was saying there. I hear what you're saying 100%. And, the players we've mentioned, Greenwood and stuff, I personally feel for these players, because I think Greenwood is a striker, right? And he's probably in his head thinking, why are you playing me wide right? And it's all right when you play out of position. Then you've played. When you play out of position, it's one of the worst things ever. But if you're getting the ball, Nuruddin, it's completely different, because you're involved. And that's how we had a great season last season. But now, guys, I feel like he looks lost. I feel like he's just there. He's dropping deep. What worried me was for the set pieces, the corners, right? And we done the little stupid short pass. It came to Greenwood at the edge of the box, and Greenwood's crossing it. I'm thinking, You're my centre forward.
Wow. Yeah.
What? You should be on the end of the crosses. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I mean, he's good on the ball. I mean, he kind of goes right, he goes on the ball. We've got the G here. Greenwood needs coaching. He's not improving. Well, I think he's had some difficult time, and I think we have to take stock, guys. Seriously, I keep this thought is keeping in the back of my mind. It's been absolutely unprecedented time in terms of even the whole world globally. It's been unprecedented time if you're a professional athlete, and you know when you're playing top elite level sport and you're playing every 3 days you're playing a football game, and then also when you're that elite level sport, you need to get away from it because the pressure of playing elite level. Bobby, you play to a decent standard. You play to a professional level. You understand what that takes. You have to be able to get out. This has been, they won't be able to go out. They can't even go to the cinema. They can't go and see their
Discipline,
friends.
sacrifice.
Yeah, it's just crazy what's going on. So obviously he's a young man. Of course he was living life. Last season he was banging in goals right, left and centre.
Exactly.
But this season it's been weird because of this lockdown and it's affecting players. I cannot say it's, I look at every team, it's not just that. And the only thing he's not affecting is Man City because they're professionals and they've got an absolute genius of a manager who's, you've seen Sterling. Sterling hardly plays these days. Sterling is taking the bench. Sterling doesn't start. So I'm just want to say we can be really harsh. We can be super harsh. But as football fans, we all need to remember we're struggling with this lockdown. We're all struggling mentally. I mean, I'm sorry if there's one person out there saying they're not struggling mentally with a lockdown and how everything, the world has just changed overnight just like that, then it's going to surely affect footballers and it's going to affect especially the professional athletes at the highest level who need to get away from the pressure, who need different mechanisms and have different instruments and different ways of coping with pressure playing at the highest level. And they don't have that. They don't have that. So I don't want to be too harsh. I am harsh at times because I'm a frustrated fan and I love my team. But we have to remember that. We have to remember. But it does look like I agree with G. I look at him. Everything's slow motion. Last season, everything was quick. Everything looks slow motion. The whole games look slow motion. I mean, playing three days a week when we haven't got a squad where Ollie's not used to his squad. Greenwood should be only at this time in the development, should be coming on games here and a half an hour here, 20 minutes there. That's not should be starting week in, week out and playing every 3 days. He shouldn't be really because he's still learning his game. That's what Fergie used to do in a settled team. You bring them in, take them out, bring them in, take them out, put them. That's what you're supposed to do. Anyway, guys,
keep them hungry.
If you're watching this, please subscribe, please like and share. If you like, please at least get the likes up, guys, so that we get many more people watch. Then we'll be able to see this video and watch the video. And we need to build this as a community. I cannot do this without you. Irfan, talk to me. What do you think about what I said about this affecting us? How much of the corona, how much of it is affecting people's minds? How much is it affecting? Because the sport, high elite level football, sport in general, is about here. And if you're not relaxed enough, if you can't get away from it, then it becomes a bit too much.
No, you're right. You're right. It does. It does. I mean, no one can really know who's affecting more than the others. Like I said, we look at City and they're like a machine, you know, and watching them play, they're consistently a machine. Like, you know, the football play is absolutely amazing from start to finish. You know, you see that, and then you look at us, and we're like this sort of broken down engine, stop start. You know, nothing's running smoothly. So it's a difficult one, but nobody can really tell who's affected by the lockdown more than the others. You know, putting the pressure on a 19-year-old kid like Greenwood, a lot of pressure. I mean, this is the thing. He is overworking him. But I don't understand today. Why didn't he give Ahmad 10 minutes? Why didn't he share it around? You don't have to put it all on that, you know. I mean, it's a difficult one because
I was shocked that Donny van de Beek didn't come on instead of Matic came on for Pogba. I was absolutely flabbergasted.
I couldn't believe that. I was actually like, for me, I was like, it was like, do you remember the game when Italy were needing a goal and they tried to get De Rossi on, and De Rossi was like, I'm not going on. We need a goal. Take one of the attacking players on. I felt like to myself, Matic should have just been like, yo, I'm not the player right now to be coming on to this game. You know? And it's worrying. Matic was awful when he came on.
He doesn't see Donny as
these players, guys.
He doesn't see Donny as defensive.
Go ask about the preparation, you know, because like you're looking at that game right now. That wasn't screaming from Matic. We're not playing against Real Madrid. We're winning by 1 goal. We're trying to sponge up the midfield. We're playing against Granada that have been in La Liga, that are playing in their first ever European competition. 2 years ago, they got promoted to La Liga. You know, like give Donny. This is where like man management comes in here, and also, you know, let's not say a gesture, but let's just say a vote of confidence. I'm taking Pogba off. You're my next best creative player on the bench. Go on. You know,
show me what you can do.
Show
me
something. You know what I mean?
It's shocking. Oli Bumbaye, what I've said. Somebody's answering me in the comments of what I said about that we can't be too harsh on players. Abdi says no excuses. Haaland, Benzema, Lewandowski, Mbappe are all serious. They don't think that. I don't think we have elite footballers at Man United. So he's basically saying what I'm saying about elite. But one thing I would say to that Abdi is the fact that he was that good that they named him twice. Yeah, that's what it is. Abdi. Hey. Anyway, what I'm saying to that is that none of those four strikers that you've mentioned, play in the intensity of the Premier League. Premier League is by far the most intense league to play in. I'm sorry to say, but that is a fact. But I understand and I get your point in what you're saying. What do you think? What do you think about what I said, Oli Bumbaye? And what do you think the problem is with Oli and Van der Beek? Because I just couldn't believe it. I was absolutely flabbergasted. I just started laughing. I just started laughing hysterically because that's all I can do.
I don't think there is any problem with Oli and Donny van der Beek or any other players. I think Donny van der Beek is a very good player. He brings qualities to this team that are unique to him. And when he plays, he can speed up the play. He's got good movement. He's never static. Typical Ajax. And I think his time will come. But today, I don't really want to say too much. 2-0 away in a quarter-final. Players are tired. And there's not really too much I have to say other than, job done, it's half-time. Hopefully we can finish it off. And regarding what Abdi's saying, Abdi, bro, I think you're right. I mean, in the previous podcasts, I am resigned to the fact that the speculation suggests there's not going to be the type of money we need to buy players of the caliber that I think can jolt this team to the next level, not just in terms of ability, but sometimes you see just 1 or 2 players that come in can lift an entire team. Van Dijk is a good example of that. And if you were to get your hands on, a really 25 Premier League goals a season type of striker, he will force the will of the players around him like Bruno has. But we don't really have that sort of penetration in the centre. And we're not Man City. We can't really play with these false nines and stuff like that. They're a possession team. And Firmino is unique to Liverpool. So I have been adamant and consistent always. I understand the need. People want a centre-back. Fine, I have no objection. People want a CDM. There's like Ndidi and Partey before. Okay, no problem. But I think the most pressing issues when I've watched Man United, I haven't got an issue with United against big teams. I haven't got really an issue with that. What I think has been the problem, we've dropped about 9 to 11 points. And tonight is another example of the type of game where there's no real threat. They're looking to do a break, get a goal. And we're relatively comfortable, but we get to the final third and it kind of just dies there. And that's because that's because I think our strengths, I think we've spoke about this many times, is we're devastating on the counter-attack. That's our strength. We don't want to do 50 passes to get to goal. It's quick transitions.
We've even got players that are good enough to be on the ball. They're not good enough. They're not good enough to release the ball. But anyway, we got Joey Man UFC 95 here. We're playing a serial team, Garola Bars FC. It is. We are playing like we need a couple of granola bars. Trust me. The team looks like they need a bit of energy, a bit of carbs in there, inside them. Trust me, they need a couple of bars. But it's interesting what you were saying. We know this club is not looking to is not looking to splash out Oli Bumbaye, the player, the caliber of players that you want us to get. But the biggest thing for me is we need players who can hold the ball. And I don't want to be too negative, but the passing, the lack of, and to me, I can only put it down to fatigue. I don't know what it's. And one thing you can get a couple of players, you said, but without complementing them with a style of play and a well-drilled ground, you ain't gonna get Liverpool. So you think that we're gonna get a similar player to Van Dijk?
No, look, what
it's gonna look amazing. That's not gonna work. You have to have a style of play and like a clear style. Before players are comfortable on the ball and then they can pass the ball. And I'm sorry when I look at this Man United team, nobody is comfortable on the ball. Everybody loses the ball. Everybody's passing that ball so slowly, so lethargic. I don't want to be banging about it. It's just frustrating to watch. I mean, tonight is tonight, but every other game, that's what it seems. And then we have other teams who are just comfortable on the ball. Very comfortable on the ball.
Look, before I go, because I'm gonna have to roll out, bro. When I've watched the team play, the last game before this one against Brighton, when we were getting to that last third and having that age-old problem, there was some very nice, intricate passages of play that didn't come off around the box.
But you know what we are now? You know what we are? We are not coming off FC. That's what we're called. That's what we are.
Look, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. And on the basis of what I'm seeing, either I can just lose my shit every week, because Ollie's under a lot of pressure every week. Everybody's just picking.
Well, why don't he help himself? Why don't he help himself?
Well, listen, tonight you've got a 2-0 victory. It's more or less secured. Last week we came back and got the victory. I'm gonna just let me finish. Just let me finish. But all that seems to be happening is you've got fans waiting with sharpened knives. This guy's having a bad game. This guy's not improving. This is wrong. That's wrong. I mean, it gets a little bit, it wears a bit thin after a while. The team is getting the results at least. And there are improvements. They're not perfect. We're not an elite team yet. Everybody should know that we're not an elite team yet. And people like me that are behind this manager, it's not indefinitely infinite amount of time he can do what he wants. No, next season is a new season with new expectation. But right now, at the tail end of this year, I am a person that's consistent in what I've been saying. And what I've been saying is that we have a very thin squad in forward areas, especially when 1 or 2 players only are either injured or off form. And I'm talking about, for example, Tony. He's either injured or off form. Cavani, he's injured. We can't bring on Sterling. We can't bring on Aguero. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We can't bring on Abraham or Odoi or Pulisic.
I don't agree with you.
No, hang on. You're talking about midfield there.
No,
when we get to the last third,
he can be up the pitch. He's really good in the box. That's no excuse. He's really good in the box. Tony's movement in the box is really good.
This is why Rashford and Bruno play so much. We don't have that luxury. And tonight, again, I said to you guys were saying he's going to kill Rashford and break Rashford. I said to you, I think, you know what, if he's taking Rashford, maybe he's going to put him on. He's going to put the big guns on and go for the thing, kill it, and then maybe give him a rest. This is, to me, tonight, more important than the Tottenham game. This Europa League, I think, is very important for the team, for the manager, to just dispel these notions of semi-finals. And it's also to vindicate the manager, to say, look, this is the fruits of your labor. We've got Europa League. We're in the top 4 now. Let's go. Rest. Let's build next season. And that's more or less my take, bro.
There's no rest, by the way, because most of our players are going to be involved in the Euro.
Once the season finishes, rest and we go again, providing, hopefully, God willing, it goes our way.
Can I say something to you before you go?
Can I just bring in Irfan because he's not spoken with Irfan? What do you think? What Oli Bumbaye is saying there? Quickly, please.
I wholly disagree with it. I wholly disagree with everything he said, because for me, it doesn't matter to me if we're winning or losing so much. Do I see the play? Do I see the gelling in the play? Do I see coaching? Do I see movement? Do I see players getting better? And I don't see that, to be honest with you. I don't see it. I wish I could see it, but I don't see it. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, I don't see the fluidity. I watch all these European teams. I watch teams, even in the look. Let's be honest. In the Premier League, there's City who are miles ahead, and then there's the rest of them are just sort of hit and miss. You know, we just happen to be the second best of the bad bunch. Let's be honest. You know, we don't have. I don't see improvements. I like you asking Nuruddin. I ask you all the time. What coaching are these guys getting? What kind of coaching are we getting?
Honestly,
what is it? You know? And let's be honest. Ollie has solidified the team mentally. We know we've got more points. You know, we're done better, but we still haven't improved massively from last season. You know, it's just the fact that we had Bruno come in, and you know we've got more points. But do you really see a massive improvement from last year to this year when Bruno was playing? Do you see?
You know what I thought towards the end of last season after the project restart, I thought we played some scintillating stuff. I thought there was
but we haven't.
Greenwood, Martial. I thought all three of them scored 60 goals that season.
Yeah,
combined goals. But
we haven't had that this year.
Let me just get to this comment. This is for you, Oli Bumbaye, before you leave. I swear this guy, Oli Bumbaye, is playing against us.
Yeah.
Best comment of the night.
do you know what the funny thing is, Mr. Oli Bumbaye? What gets me is that, but when you say we don't utilise our forward players, now, if the scouting system was the dossiers that we have on players, I mean, I watch European football. You if you see the way Donny van de Beek plays, he plays like a second striker. So that's why I didn't understand why we bought him, because we don't why we signed him, because we don't play like that. Now, if you're gonna play it like that, you should have bought another striker. We're in a position where we've got Rashford, who's not a centre forward. I don't even think he's a winger. I think he's a forward player, to be honest. We've got Martial, who wants to be a centre forward, but he's not good enough. We have a young, amazing talent in Greenwood. He's not ready. Okay,
not ready, no.
So we've got three different kinds of players at three different places in their careers. And then we bring on Cavani at the last stage of his career. Now, I'm not saying Ole in, Ole out, but what I'm saying is that, like, we need to look at the players. And going back to possession and stuff and retention, guys, we've got Donny van de Beek on the bench at Ajax. The education he got from being at Ajax, keeping the ball. Do you know what it is to take the ball in tight areas when you're under pressure? Be able to keep possession. We have that right now, but we're not using it.
Can you also speak to the fact that in Ajax, you're coached to play in 4 or 5 different positions?
Thank you. So when people say, "Oh, he can't play this," I'm sorry, but did you see he played in 6? He played wide right. He played wide left. He played second striker. He played in the 10, and he played in the 8. So, like, when people say, I'm just like, do you watch? This is not dig at anyone. What I'm saying is that, like, do you watch football? When I say football, are you just watching the Premier League? You should have watched this guy in Amsterdam. We all know how Ajax do with their players. Come on. Pep's just basically modernized it. So you cannot say to me that we don't utilize the players, because we have got players there. And also, do you know what? Yeah, Fergie used to do something. He used to be brave when he picked players. We forget that we had players of the caliber of Darren Fletcher, John O'Shea, Nicky Butt, Phil Neville, playing in European games, away to Real Madrid, away to Rangers, European nights, domestic, Juventus, domestic rivals against Arsenal. I watched John O'Shea chip flipping, I think is it Lemon or Seaman? I saw John O'Shea nutmeg Figo. You know, confidence. Are you trying to take Park Ji-sung, for goodness sake? You know, like, we had players to keep possession. So you need to be brave with these players.
At the end of the day, you know, one thing I would say, Oli Bumbaye, before you come back in, and I know you have to go, so I'll just make this short. Man United are unique. There's something romantic about Man United and about our history. The whole thing of the purpose of Busby is for us to entertain. Win, lose, or draw. I always say, and people laugh at me, I'm like, I just want to be entertained. I just don't want to watch a dull game. And I'm sorry to say, but at this moment in time, the way I look at it, there is no difference between Oli and Jose Mourinho. The way Oli's got his playing now, and the way Jose, before he got sacked, the way we were playing, the only big difference is that Oli's getting the results. That is the big difference. But I also understand, like you, I'm so sick of sacking managers, because every time we sack a manager, it sets us 2-3 years back. But that's why I'm screaming. That's the reason why I
Okay.
do this channel, to try to educate people about the fucking structure of this football club. Without the structure, without a good structure in place, you ain't gonna get anywhere. Without a modern structure, right, you ain't gonna get anywhere. And that's why we should go to coaches only, hiring coaches who come and do the coaches, and then developing a style of play at a club where those coaches that we get have to fit in exactly the style and the philosophy of Man United, or the philosophy of the club, not something they make up themselves. But let me get you back in.
But can I just say one thing? Can I just say, you see, on the Donny van de Beek thing, right? It's clear as day to me that he got given Donny van de Beek. He wasn't a player that Ollie wanted. United have these targets, and Ollie has his targets, and obviously the club go and do the business. So it's obvious that they bought this guy, but he wasn't in Ollie's thing, because Ollie hasn't got the tactical nous, the experience to deal with a guy like Van der Beek. He hasn't. You only have to watch Ajax and watch the way they play. So this is the thing. I can't see it changing with Van der Beek. I can't see it changing.
I think. Do you know what? If I'm honest with you, do you know why it will change? It will change when. Sorry, Bumbaye, you talking there? I can't really.
Yeah, he's gonna go in a minute. Let me.
I beg your pardon. Sorry.
It's all right, bro.
Well, look, I think there's no point in me going back to with regards to what my friend said there. I think with Ferguson, we had the winning mentality of the club, and that's something that's disappeared, and we need to rebuild that. So with regards to starting a lot lesser players and making them feel like they're, man mountains, that happens when you have a culture that Man United used to have. We'd play teams, put a team out with Welbeck and O'Shea and Raphael, and they'd think they were 7 feet tall. But right now, I think one of the things of becoming an elite team is consistency, winning things. It takes time to build that, and we've had a lot of turbulence. With regards to the forward line, Rashford is fundamental, but the quality depth between the starting guys and the out-and-out forward, whether they're inverted, whether they're the striker, is quite a big gulf. And we're putting Dan James out there, and credit to him, but he's a project. Amad Diallo is a guy that, Ollie bought him. Ollie is saying all positive things about him, and he's giving him a run out.
Well, stop giving me the hype, though. Don't give me the hype. Get the kid on the pitch. Get him on the pitch.
No, I think. Look,
get him on the pitch.
I think it'll come. And Greenwood for me has been exceptional in games, albeit he hasn't scored or assisted.
I agree with that.
He's entitled to a bad day, but he's maturing and improving. I think a lot of players in this team have improved and hit really good form for extended periods for the first time in a long, long time. I think this team has improved collectively. It's not fluid, that's for sure. That's where we all agree. I think in terms of Ollie, I'm not
gonna lie to you. Ollie's all talk. I agree with the kind of devil there. Ollie's all talk and everything else.
Bro, in terms of the fluidity, that's fine. But for me, I believe that Ollie has done enough to keep me intrigued and interested throughout the whole season and last year, thinking about where we were and where we are now. And those who don't like this manager and think we're not improving or anything, that's just a difference of opinion in the way we see things. But I believe we need a couple of players up top. Ideally, players to really take us to the next level and start with these tight games that we've dropped so many points against to unlock those teams. This is why I like Grealish.
You know what? I just need Ollie to sell me a dream. Because I just want him to sell me
a top striker. And for me, I'm behind the manager so far. You know what I mean? I think he deserves to have the next transfer window.
Did you watch the game last night? Did you watch the game between Paris and Bayern Munich last night? Bayern Munich made about 30 chances.
Yeah,
if you were any Bayern Munich fan last night, you'd be disappointed you lost. But you'd be so happy going, I'm proud of the team. Because
of course, I understand that. Yeah, of course. I understand that wholeheartedly, man. It was
Hans Flick took over that club. Listen, he took over. Ollie's had more time with United than Hans Flick. And look at what Hans Flick's done.
Hans Flick has had more. He's won more trophies than he's had losses at Bayern Munich.
But he's taken over a team that is really phenomenal.
But he still has to do the job. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
But
he still has to do the job.
Bobby, but they've got brilliant structure, Bobby.
No. Look, Bobby, with all due respect, when you are comparing, like Abdi just said, you look at the roster, not only the starting roster, the roster on the bench. You know, he's taken a prime team. And when Moyes took over, we all lambasted Moyes because he took over the champions until we realized what he actually had. But this is a team at a tremendous peak in its cycle. You look at the players that they have and the ones that were missing. It's unbelievable. Now, one thing with Ollie is, for example, if the board goes and gets Ollie some fair weather players and spreads 100 million on 3-4 players and doesn't get anybody of real potency, then we might be back to this, to this age-old argument. Has this guy got really the squad to go and challenge Manchester City and win the league? Has he got a squad that realistically, with any manager, can go and win the Champions League and get deep and far into it? If you believe he has, okay. I don't think we do. I don't think we're comparable to the teams in the Champions League at this stage. You know, in terms of depth of squad. That's my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, though. Look, what I'm saying is that, like, okay, I'm not comparing that Man United to Bayern Munich, but what I'm saying is that we can see the intent. When Klopp came to Liverpool, we saw an intent. You know, there's an intent there. All of us right now can't even tell you how we played, except for saying we're a counter-attacking team. It's embarrassing for Manchester United to say we're a counter-attacking team. This is not the Man United that went to the old lady of Del Piero, Zidane, Davids and stuff. This is not the United team that went to flipping. But this is what I'm saying to you. So, you know, even then, Fergie would play a 4-5-1. You know what I mean? And still try and push it. But now, guys, we're playing counter-attacking football. And you talked about utilising the squad. You talk about Ollie coaching and stuff. Listen, do you know what? Ollie came out and said he doesn't coach the players. Okay?
I didn't say anything about coaching.
What you should do then, Fergie, people said, Fergie didn't coach. Yes, he did, until he got to the point where he knew he had to adapt. So what did he do? He went and got the best coaches out available that could adapt to the situation. And right now, I hate to sound so negative, but we've got Carrick that's just not long hung his boots. We've got Kieran McKenna that was coaching boys. Now we're coaching men. Come on, you need to remember, we're talking about mentality. Kieran McKenna's probably thinking, how the hell am I here? Telling Bruno to jog to that cone to the other cone. Do you know what I mean? We need to. I can't sit here and say I'm 100% behind Ollie because I can see what he's doing. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to lie to myself. I'll be lying. I've got to be honest. Okay.
No, but Bobby, I can see what he's trying to do in terms of the club. I understand the overall vision. I understand the overall vision, the overall team. I understand. To me, after we got whacked 6-1 at Tottenham, after we got whacked at Old Trafford at 6-1 at Tottenham, to me, I said it there and then. I said
Listen,
it.
Boys,
and
I'm gonna have to roll.
Peace, love, light,
I'm gonna have to jet.
Forever stay deluded. That's why we're on this channel. Forever stay deluded. That's why you got fans, people on Twitter going, "Where's Oli Bumbaye?" You know what I mean? You got fans all over the place, man. So love.
You got to take it with a pinch of salt, man. It's just social media for you.
No, they love you. They love you. Honestly, no, anyone. I'll send you a couple of screenshots.
Take it easy, boys.
Peace. Drive home safely. Drive home safely. Irfan, I'll let you in here. Talk to me on what you think going forward next season. Going forward next season, what do you think? What do you think our season? What is a successful season towards the end of the season for you? What is a successful towards the end of the season?
This season. If we get second, I think it's an improvement. I think it's a small successful season, but I don't think it's a major one. I can't see us winning the Europa League. I can't see it. But like Bobby said, there's a chance. There is a chance we could win it. You know, there's no denying that because he's right. He proved me wrong with Mourinho. We won it with Mourinho, so there's a small chance. It would be a successful season if we won the Europa League and came second. That I would say is definitely successful.
He's won a trophy.
Yeah, I could see one of them happening.
I think, Ray, like I think also it's notable that he's played De Gea in the cup games. I think he's confident knowing that with the remaining fixtures we have, we will solidify second place. So he's thinking, because that team we played tonight were quite strong. He's thinking, let's go for this. But obviously, it's not in a manner that we want to be like, yeah, we went for this, because it wasn't Real Sociedad. He played De Gea, and to me, I don't care what anyone says, De Gea is better than Henderson. And he's played his best goalkeeper in today's fixture, knowing that there's a chance to win a trophy. And I'm thinking, okay, Ollie, you really want to win this thing, because you must think that the league, we're not winning the league. It's done. Okay, consolidate second place, yes. So for me,
hey, it's not over till it's mathematically over. I'll have you mine, kid.
It's over, baby. Come on, it's over. It's over, bro. Come on.
But yeah, so like,
good night, Vienna. It's absolute good night, Vienna.
Yeah.
Regardless how giddy I'm getting, it hurts me, It hurts me to hear the nosy neighbors telling we're gonna do the quadruple. Oh,
and he was talking about recruitment and stuff. Yeah. The one thing that look, Nuruddin used to say it all the time, structure. But for me, yeah, Man United, I always say it's always a big transfer window, yeah, but I'm actually quite worried because we will be left behind. Liverpool will go again. City will go again. Listen, we know what Chelsea are like. Chelsea, Roman will drop another whatever it takes to bring silverware, and they might even go and win silverware next season. And I'm thinking, we're not pushing. We're literally on a boat, and that's it. We're just there. Nothing to go forward, nothing to go backwards with, and we're just there. And I'm very worried. See, after today, I was on my watch along. I was like, listen, we won, cool, but like, see, after I got off it, I thought this is quite worrying because yes, it's Man United, but the big players, we're not getting Haaland, we're not getting Mbappe. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you guys? We're not getting these players. So for me,
I wouldn't want them either. You know what? I wouldn't want them either. We've got massive holes in the actual first 11. Do we need a striker? I think we need a striker. We need 4 players. We need a centre-half, a quick centre-half to play alongside Maguire because Ollie's banged everything on Maguire, which I think is dangerous. What I think next season the captain should be Bruno, me personally. That's what I personally believe. Because then now he's made Maguire undroppable. But anyway, let me just go to this comment because Joey, Man UFC 95 is on absolute fire tonight with the comments. The thing is, Ollie did sell us or something. Interim Ollie sold us a dream. Then he got the job full-time and decided to close shop. Then he came back for a sale. Then Tottenham came to buy and he closed. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It is that good it rhymes, Joey FC. Honestly. Joey FC, you've been commenter of the night tonight. Definitely. Absolutely, definitely. What do you think about what Joey's saying there, Irfan?
I don't know. I mean, look, I always saw Ollie as the guy to stabilise the club, just to sort of calm it down a bit, get rid of the madness and the poison that Mourinho gave the club. I didn't see him lasting this long. I won't lie. I didn't see it. But, don't get me wrong. He's a gentleman. He's a nice guy. But look.
And we all want, can we just say that, please, before people accuse us of being negative? There is nothing more I would wish and love in this world than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a manager holding up the Champions League. As a manager, holding up the Premier League as a manager, holding up the double as a manager. There is nothing more. There is absolutely nothing more in this world that I would love to see than Ollie being successful as a manager at Man United and bringing that Manchester United DNA to Manchester United, which is, when people ask me, what is the Manchester United DNA? Entertaining football. That's what Manchester United DNA is. Anyway, guys, there's about 40 of you in here who's still with us. We're going to wrap up the show in a couple of minutes, but please like, share, subscribe, tell your nan, tell her friend, tell the neighbors. You know what I mean? Come and get that therapy army. Come on, guys.
All right, Nerdy, let's just, we'll do the last little bit on maybe how we think the second leg's going to go then, yeah?
Yeah, of course. Of course. What are we going to do with the second leg? To me, it just shows Shaw out, McTominay out, Maguire out. I bet Bruno wishes he got a yellow card. That's what I was thinking, so we can have a rest. All I'm saying to you is that 2-0, we're not that good away, but I think they have to come out.
No.
They're going to have to come out. They're going to have to come out and attack us. we might be able to get them on the counter. That's the only thing that gives me hope, because they're gonna have to come out. They're going to have to come out.
And what's the team going to be?
I think hopefully Bailly. I'm hoping everything crossed. Bailly will be back. Bailly's test.
Bailly, Tellez.
Bailly, Tellez, Lindelof.
Tony may get a start, you know.
Yeah. I think Bailly, Tellez, and I think Fred will play. So Fred will play. It might be Fred Pogba, but I think in defense it'll be Tellez. I thought Tellez put in some balls. Can we please, Bobby? Can we talk about what is going on? Who's just impersonating Cavani for the second game? Cavani looks absolutely lost.
I think the thing with Cavani now is that
I think he's already on that plane to
Yeah. I think you know what? Do you know what? Cavani physically is there, mentally he's gone. He's left. And I think we just have to. This is what it is. This is what it's come to. You know, I don't think he expected what Man United was going to be like. I think he expected it was going to be fireworks, and he's getting literally burnt candles. But
he played. I mean, I'm only a couple of months ago when he was playing. He played fantastic. He was energy. He was getting man of the match. He was putting in match of the man of the match performances. So where's that?
Personal life can change that. You know, personal life offers. Your head can be swayed. We need to remember, for South Americans, Man United's not the pinnacle. You know, it's not the pinnacle here. And for me, I just think that he's gone. He's gone. You know, he just looks lethargic. You know, even in the Brighton game, he wasn't even sprinting. You know, he wasn't making any runs. When he came on, he wasn't making dart runs. Look, we need to remember the stage that we've got him at. Do you know what I mean? Look at the stage we've got him at our club. He's just there. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what he's like? He's like that when you play 5-a-sides or 7-a-sides. And you know, he's that uncle that has got all the stories. I played there, I played here, but won't run. You have to pass the ball in his direction and he'll score, but he will miss more than he'll score. That's the situation we're in right now. It's sad, but it's just another scenario, an advert of the troubled transfer dealings at our club. We've signed a player.
Comment on here, and I feel exactly the same, Joey FC 95. Ever since Cavani news with his dad saying he wanted to leave, he's mentally not been there anymore, and that's 100%. We all noticed that. We all know. I mean, he came out and gave that quiet PR kind of thing, saying he's happy at Man United and he's doing well, all of that. But it looks like Boca Juniors, and I keep hearing all the time Boca Juniors. Yeah.
For me, guys, we need to remember, like, there seems to be a pattern here. You know, we can say South Americans, but we can say players. There seems to be a pattern here. There's something going on in this club that we support that's not right.
It's the structure. Ed Woodward, Richie Arnold, Matt Judge. 3 bankers from Bristol University, Bobby.
Wait, and the owners. Hey,
listen, let me explain something to you. The owners don't have nothing to do with Man United other than being a cash cow. That's how they see Man United. They have zero of the day-to-day runnings of the operations. The person who's in charge solely from everything, footballing, backroom stuff, everything is Ed Woodward.
Exactly.
The guy who's in charge. That's why he had to employ. He's had to. It's the only CEO in the world, in world football, that had to employ a propaganda guy, a PR guy. That's the only guy. It's the only CEO in the world, right? So the Glazers, they're in America, Irfan. They're not even here. They're in America, right? They just want to see cash cow dividends. That's all they care about. They don't care about anything else. Ed Woodward, then it's Richard Arnold, who's read the commercials, right? And then it's Matt Judge, who's the negotiator of contracts. I mean, God give me grief. What does he know about football? What does Matt Judge know about football? Or how to negotiate? Do you remember when Herrera? Do you remember we're going to sign Herrera? Do you remember those strange reasons when guys turned up in suits? It looks like to me it was Matt Judge and Richard Arnold. And because they were embarrassed, Man United had to back away from that and go, no, this was somebody impersonating Man United officials. No, it was them, and they got found out. They have zero knowledge of football. Every one of you guys in the comments, every one of you guys know more about football, and know more about Man United than these 3 bankers from Bristol University do. That is a fact. I'll take that to the grave with me. I'll argue that in any court, in any place, I will do that. Because they know you can tell by the way we're run. And we're not going to get anywhere unless that structure changes. Oh.
100%. 100%. And you know what I mean? It's been great therapy tonight. But it's the facts. But you know the saddest thing is that even if we qualify for top 4 and don't win a trophy, Ollie's still going to be here because he's met his objectives, isn't he?
Listen, all those Ollie out in the comments, Ollie's not getting sacked. No manager's ever got sacked finishing the top 4 Man United. Facts. Absolute facts. That's why we know we've got bankers. We are PLC FC. As long as we're in the top 4, we agree with a lot of these sponsors, that the sponsors who sponsor us, that we're going to be in the top 4. And we might be able to see that the shirts, that our shirts and all our gear in front of the Champions League audience. And that's what's going to happen. Bobby, last word, please, just make it short. How do you think we're going to play in that? To me, the only thing that gives me hope, I said it, is that they have to come out and go for it because they're 2-0 down. So they're going to, and that's the only thing that gives me hope, that we can get a goal on a counter maybe.
Yeah, 100%.
They're gonna have to play a bit more open than they did tonight.
100%. They're gonna play a bit more open. And do you know the funny thing of it is about when you're down, they're gonna play fearless. They're gonna go for it. They're gonna gamble. They're gonna probably take the 25-yard shot. Cross the ball, fizz it in, take the set pieces, put on the keeper. They're gonna gamble and go for it. And do you know what? Fear not, because at the end of the day, they've got nothing to lose. If they go at it, we can only believe that they could be so naive to do that, then they fall into our hands. The difference is that when we get our chances and counter-attack, we have to be clinical. Because there's nothing wrong with being a counter-attacking team, okay? I don't agree with it, but if you're a counter-attacking team, you have to be deadly and clinical when you get your chances. That's the difference between a great attacking team and a team that kids themselves on.
Let's, Irfan, go on. What do you think?
You mean for the return?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, this result is a magic result for us. It really is the best result we could have got. We couldn't have got a better result than this. So I am happy that I think we, even though we're rubbish at home, I do think we're going to get through. I really do. Yeah. Because you know what we're like. It's just, why am I always agitated and full of Man United anxiety? That's why I need the therapy. It's because we just don't know what we're going to get with Man United. I want 4 or 5 games where I know what United are going to do. I don't want this one game, that one game,
Yeah.
And this is why it's going round. And that's why everyone's watching the show, because everyone's in the same ballpark as me. And where do we go with this team? How do we feel optimistic?
Well, we'll see. Bobby, thank you so much. Irfan, thank you so much. Thank you all of you guys in the comments. You've been absolutely brilliant. Please smash a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. Like I said, tell your neighbor, tell your grand, tell your auntie, tell them all. All you have to do is subscribe to this. I don't have to watch us all waffle on, but the therapy session is there. We've won a game. It's just frustrating because of the club, the structure of our club. The structure of our club, to me, nothing. We're not going to win a league. We're not going to win a Champions League with this football structure where bankers are in charge and making the biggest decisions in this football club. Seriously. And big up to every one of you. Big up to pan like Joey, Canada Devil, the G, Dennis. Big up Dennis. Big up Kobe. Big up all of you in the comments tonight. Honestly. Canada, like Ruben, 2009, Eric, Jay. Big up to every one of you. Honestly, I cannot build this community without you guys. So please, like I said, like, share, subscribe. It's been an absolute pleasure. We've won. Hopefully we get through to another semi-final, fingers crossed. On the other side, by the way, it looks like Roma are in charge. They've got 2 away goals against Ajax.
Yeah.
We'll have to play one of the winners of that. But fingers crossed we get a goal and we go through. And by the way, we've got a massive, massive build-up coming. Can we exercise that ghosting this weekend? Can we go to Tottenham and do damage? Can we do that? I don't know. But one thing Ollie needs to do, Ollie needs to exercise the ghost. What happened at the 6-1 that happened at Old Trafford? The players need to do, and we need to turn up. But anyway, please be with us. We'll be here hopefully most likely Friday night, tomorrow night, or maybe Saturday around 10:30, Saturday night around 10:30, doing a preview to the Tottenham versus United, which is a huge game Huge game for us in terms of not where we are. We're 9 points clear of them, I think, 4th or 5th. So we're in a good position in 2nd place. We got to be optimistic, but we need to exercise those ghosts. All he needs to shed whatever that came over him after that 6-1. But peace, love, light, and see you on here hopefully Saturday night, guys. Take care.